78,000 One Big Switch members has succeeded in unlocking a market-beating fuel offer for electricity and gas customers here in Ireland. I'm joined on the line now by Sarah Ryan, who's Director of One Big Switch. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Aidan. Thanks.
And welcome, as always, to the programme. Just for the benefit of our listeners, the background to this and the nature and extent of the offer which has been made.
So the background is that we ran a campaign looking for as many people as possible to sign up to a campaign to reduce the cost of energy in Ireland. And with that in mind, when we reached a certain amount of consumers, we were going to approach the providers and say and try and get a market-beating offer. I suppose that the gist of it is that we've succeeded in doing that, and we're really happy. We've unlocked a market-beating offer with Bord Gáis. It is a 10% off gas, 10% off electricity, and €120 off any electricity bill of your choosing, any month of your choosing for the next year, which is, works out as between €315 and €375 discount over the year for an average household. But it's also important, I suppose, because it's available to everyone. And as you know, we've run energy campaigns before, and we've, really took into consideration some of the feedback we've gotten from people over the last year. And some of the feedback included, cashback was fine at the end of the year, but what people would love to be able to do was to put €120 cash up their electricity bill in December. What people also wanted was that the offer would be available to them even if they're with Bord Gáis or the winning provider, which we've succeeded. So we've managed to, beat the market, but also make an offer that's available to everybody, even if they are with the winning bidder, which was Bord Gáis.
And how do people log on, if you'll pardon the pun, to this particular offer or to these two offers?
It's so simple. They log on to onebigswitch.ie. If they're not a member already, they give their email address and their county, and it explains it from there. They're filling out a standard switching form. It's very, very simple. We're 24 hours in, and we're, over 500 people have switched already. We're really surprised. It's bigger than the last time. But it's a very simple, switching tool. You give your name and your address and your details, and we do the rest. So it's extremely simple, and I think people are responding. €120. There's nothing quite like it in the market at the moment, and I think it'll make a big difference for a lot of the people that we, and yourself and myself, Aidan, have discussed before. People who are feeling the pinch, people who are struggling with energy costs, and hopefully this will make a significant dent in that bill for them.
Now, we're talking here about existing Bord Gáis Energy electricity and gas customers, also customers currently with Energia, Electric Ireland and Airtricity. But does this offer bring with it obligations, or could a customer use this to perhaps negotiate an even better deal?
Well, absolutely, and a lot of people have done that in the past, and we always encourage people to do that. In the last campaign, a lot of people used the offer in hand to ring up their existing provider and say, look, I've got this deal on the table, what can you do for me, and drive their bills down that way. And we were able to prove, last year, as a result of the campaign, that in actual fact, because we started a bidding war, and that's always a price war, that's always the goal. Everybody benefited from the overall cost of energy coming down, because all providers started to drop their prices. So we would encourage people to shop around, but also encourage people to keep an eye out, and hopefully, we start a bidding war quite like the last one, where everybody benefits regardless of whether they're involved in the campaign or not.
And one final question. Is there a timeline on this, and who may actually benefit from it? In other words, is it only customers in the Republic of Ireland, and when does this offer end?
It is the Republic of Ireland, yes, and the offer will end the 29th of the month of May. So about 4 weeks you'll have to avail of it.
And the website is onebigswitch.ie.
Onebigswitch.ie, that's it.
Very good. Sarah Ryan, as always, many thanks.
Thank you. Thanks.